Okay, so this is the second one of these, and I have where I'm working on a wood panel. I purchased at what we call a Dollarama, but I think you guys in America call it the Dollar Tree. You know, $3 for that, which I think is good value for money. And I have painted it with just white craft paint. Could have painted it with gesso, but you know what, craft paint's cheaper, and it works just as well for this in this instance. So I didn't do a perfect job of it, and the only thing you worry about with wood is, you know, when you wet it at all, it raises the grain. So, you know, if you're a perfectionist, you might want to sand those edges down. But for what I'm doing, it's not, I don't feel like it's necessary. You know, some people would. And then you'd have to paint the edges again if you wanted it to be perfectly white. So this is another one of Gina's downloads. I actually did this download on another panel, and I lost a whole bunch of footage, so I'm going to do it again. So yeah, so the trials and tribulations of videotaping this stuff. So this is actually I actually did the photocopy, the download, printed out the download twice. You see this? It's exactly the same here, because just because I wanted something a little different, and so I mean, I tried a whole bunch of different things. You know, I have all the bits and pieces here. I tried all kinds of things, all kinds of trials, but you know, I decided I wanted this. So I'm going to do the same kind of process I did it in the last video. I'm just going to matte medium them down, covering the sides, so that when you stick this on a wall or have it propped up somewhere, the sides don't look empty. Okay? And I apologize if you can hear that. My printer is deciding to do something, I don't know what. And okay, so I'm just gonna get busy with this. I may fast forward depending on how long it all takes. All right. So this is my plan. I plan to put this quote in here, and I'm gonna have to kind of break it apart and do it in stages so it kind of flows through here. But I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it with pen. Okay. So it's a nice clear image. I tried it on the first one with the squeegeeing through there, and it's a great stencil, but I was getting stuff underneath, which is probably about my technique. And that kind of messes up the writing. So I was gonna put this, you know, on here and then pen through it. Pen through it. I hope you can see that. Anyway, so I tried it, and what I discovered was that if anything else I put on it is going to make that pen run. So, and these are Uniball Vision, the same company that makes the Uniball Signos, the nice white pens. Anyway, so so that needs to be the last thing I do. I think that's the bottom line on that. And I would like to, I'm going to be brave and put some magicals on there. Now, if you're not familiar with magicals, these are pigment powders, and they're beautiful. These ones have, you know, mica in them, so they're a little sparkly, and that's lovely. The only problem with them is they are not permanent. So, you know, if something gets wet on top of it. But that's a maybe an issue for another thing. I have had some success putting a layer of matte medium over top of them, like with a sponge or a gel plate works well. I saw Carolyn Dubé do that. She just put matte medium over her gel plate and then went flat over top of whatever she was doing, and then she had a nice permanent layer. I thought that was pretty clever. Anyway, so I'm gonna try these. I picked yellow and purple. Obviously, the purple looks like it's a pretty good match, and the yellow will be a nice contrast. We'll see. And then I'm going to put the stencil on over top. So, having said all that, I'll come back with the process. Speed it up. Okay, so here we are all done, and I hope the lighting is good here and you can see the sparkle on these that the Magicals have left. I really like that little touch, and I think this one turned out fine. You can see I did the edges, and so that if you hang it up somewhere, you know, it doesn't look unfinished. And here's the first one that I did, which I lost the footage for. So this one is done with acrylic paint, and you know, and then I put paint and this mother of pearl structure gel through the stencil, and you know, it came out fine. I think it's readable, but you know, yeah, I think it's more about my technique than anything. And I put the entire quote along the edges. So I thought that was kind of different, and I like that. So it might make people curious about and they might want to pick it up. But you know, I can't really show you both because you know my camera isn't up high enough. But if you can see them, you tell me which one you like best. Not sure actually. I like them both. I like the sparkle on that. Although I'm always concerned about things that don't stay permanent. So yeah, there's always that. So a little different, but using really the same supplies, right? This is one photocopy, not photocopy, but one print of this download, and a piece of the stencil, and this is actually two photocopies because this flower and this flower are the same, and the entire stencil. So different, but using the same supplies. So I really hope you've enjoyed this, and I encourage you to go to Gina's Etsy shop and purchase something. She has some beautiful things there, and she's very efficient about sending things out. And if you like, there's a link to her Etsy shop and everywhere else you can find her in the description box below. As well, there's a coupon code for her Etsy shop. So if you put that coupon in there, you'll get a discount. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.